Hello there, and welcome back to the Agostino Zinga Show with your host, Agostino Zinga, and this is episode number 924. Hello there, and welcome back to the Agostino Zinga Show with your host, Agostino Zinga, and this is episode number 924. Episode number 924 of the Agostino Zinga Show, coming at you live and direct from an undisclosed location somewhere in the depths of East London. How you doing? How you feeling? Great, amazing, good to hear, good to hear, good to hear. I've had a bit of an interesting day, a little bit of an action-packed day today. I was cruising about in the streets, doing what I do, you know, being the gangster that I am, you know, hanging around, loitering like a little thug that I tried to pretend to be. And I happened to stumble across a very interesting scene. Allegedly, there were some kids who had hired or booked an Airbnb somewhere. And unfortunately, Airbnb got a bit unruly, and a few too many kids turned up because of Snapchat, probably, you'd imagine, or Instagram and stuff. Got a bit out of hand. Neighbors started complaining. That's one thing you know in London. You're always going to get a neighbor complaining about anything that you do. Even if your washing machine's too loud, someone's going to call the fucking police on you. These neighbors end up calling the police, and then obviously the police turn up in their hundreds. Obviously not that, they're probably like, you know, 50 of them, but still, the police flipping presence was just so aggressive. And as I was walking out, I just like, I don't know, there was something in me. I'm not too sure if it's like residual pain from my ancestors and stuff, but I just saw them all just like standing around, like trying to intimidate like literal teenagers and young people. And I thought to myself, you know what, this is really unfair. So I got into my Marcus Garvey bag, I got into my Malcolm X bag, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a stand and I'm gonna say something. And my idiot ass nearly got myself arrested. I started arguing with these police officers, right? Like just nonsensical shit, you know, like, you guys are horrible, you're making it worse. Why do taxpayers' money going towards this? You should be going out there stopping real crime, right? I'm giving it all that shit. And then as I'm walking down the street, right, like, you know, I have a couple good interactions with police, don't get me wrong, but as I'm walking down the street, right, there's this one, I don't know why, and I'm not that guy usually, but there's this fucking black guy. There was a black guy with a dog. They brought out dogs, bruv. Like, not those sniffer dogs. They brought out, like, you know, crowd control dogs. Like, the dogs that have bulletproof vests and shit. You know those type of dogs. He had one, some black guy had a dog. The black guy had a dog, right? And then I saw him, and there was something about black. I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound a bit nuts. But if you don't live in the UK, you don't know what I'm talking about. But I fucking hate black guys in the UK who have bald heads. I think that's why I generally have a dislike towards Carl Craig. No, Carl Cox. Carl Craig is a legend. That's why I think I hate Carl Cox. There's something about black guys with bald heads that really, really grinds my gears. And if you know, you know. Black guys with bald heads are like, oh, you right, mate, you right. You know, those overly cockney sounding type of like guys. There's something about those type of dudes I fucking despise. Black guys with bald heads. If you're from London, especially East London, if you've been around cockney people like I've been my whole entire life, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I saw this big black guy with a bald head with a fucking dog chasing after kids, and I was like, no, not on my fucking watch. Not on my fucking watch. So you know what I said to him? I went to him, I said it mad loud. I was like, boy, the optics of this, and I did the little camera, you know, the little frame thing, right? The little frame pose. I said, the optics of this is wild. The optics is wild. And when I said that, I think something in him stirred up as well. He had a bit of an insecurity about, you know, being a police officer and fucking chasing young black kids around with a fucking dog, also being black himself. He got so mad. He got so mad. He started barking at the dog. And I did the classic Cameron, big up Dipset, big up Dame Dash. I did that classic, you mad, right? He was getting so mad. He wanted to literally set that dog on me, bro. It was so fucking funny. I wish I filmed it. I wish I fucking filmed it. Man. Everyone was laughing. People were cheering. Girls were asking to suck my dick and shit. Guys wanted to jack me off. Some guy came out the shop, wanted to give me loads of money. Someone tried to give me their fucking child. Oh, mate, I was on fire, man. Honestly, I was on fucking fire. And then to reward myself, I walked into my local newsagents and I bought myself 3 Rubicon mangoes. 3 Rubicon mango drinks. 3 Rubicon mango drinks because that YouTube check just dropped. You get me? That YouTube check just dropped, right? Man got the bills in, so I bought myself 3 Rubicon mangoes. I cussed out the police officer. Nearly got myself arrested for something that isn't my fault, right? I probably would have got. I would have probably got arrested standing up for kids who wouldn't bat an eyelid, right? Listen to the irony of this. Listen to the irony of this. I was standing up for kids who wouldn't blink to pierce my chest with a knife if I looked at them in the wrong way. Who wouldn't blink to stomp on my head with their JD Sports Air Max 95s if I bumped into them the wrong way. I was standing up for kids who wouldn't piss on me if I was on fire. It was so funny, man, but I got some rush out of it. And I'm not gonna lie, that rush, I understand how people that are like freedom fighters, grifter types of people, it's quite nice. It's good. You feel so morally superior. There's something about barking at a police officer just doing his job. It makes you feel so morally superior. You feel like, you feel 10 feet tall. You feel justified in everything, even if you're wrong. You feel justified to tell them to fuck off, piggy. You know what I mean? You get really like, you know what I mean? Revolutionary, fight power. It's nonsense, obviously, because the guy just doing his job, he's doing nothing wrong, right? I'm sure those kids were causing a ruckus. They probably had fucking knives on them. They were probably fighting, selling. Who knows what was going on there? But I can't lie. I felt good, man. I felt good about myself, cussing out police officers. I felt real good. But yeah, big up the police. No, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Okay, fuck the police. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this absolute lovely day. Thank you for those of you who've been supporting the show as well. I appreciate every single one of you. DMs, comments, Discord people, all of you. You're fucking amazing. The emails I get, you guys are fucking sick. And as you guys know, as I mentioned previously in another episode, I'm not going to stop talking about this M4 MacBook Air that I've got. I'm not going to stop talking about this M4 MacBook Air that I've got because I only got this M4 MacBook Air because of this show. And because obviously the random shows, but just doing stuff on YouTube in general. This is the only reason why I got this, because from years back, I've been just, having to have second hand, third hand, and most of the time I'd buy like, laptops that are like 5 years old, 10 years old, right? I don't think I've ever even had like an M chip laptop. I've always had ones from like, I think the last one, MacBook Pro I had was like the 2017 one, or 2017 one I think was the last one, or maybe 2018, but it was the one that's the last one be upgradable. So I've been super happy, really feeling blessed. I've been able to have this laptop, and of course you've got this nice clear image here, which is obviously helping, and obviously the performance is fucking fantastic, as you'll see as we're going through the podcast. So thank you for those of you who support the show. If you want to support the show, because again, all the support that I get from the show goes back into investing it into the channel. I'm going to get a new camera as well now that I've got a laptop, that because before I didn't want to buy a proper webcam or an actual camera because it wouldn't work with my computer, because it would just require too much power, and the computer will fucking, the CPU usage will go crazy. Right now I'm streaming in fucking 30 frames per second in fucking 1080p, and I'm on like 5% CPU usage. My other laptop was like 50%. It was fucking crazy. So big up everybody for tuning in. So if you want to continue supporting the show and allow me to kind of continue buying this material and all this equipment, then make sure you subscribe, make sure you join and become a member also. Membership link is in the description down below. Become a member and join and all that good stuff, and of course join the Patreon as well, which I'm updating all the time with new content on there, and all of that goes towards buying new equipment to keep the show booming and to keep the show going. You get me? And if you keep supporting the show, I'm gonna keep barking at police officers. I'm gonna keep barking at police officers and rewarding myself with super malts and Rubicon mangoes. You get me? Alright, cool. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. So, this is random news. Most of you won't care about it, but random news. I'm a big fan of Young Spray's RTM podcast. I've been a big fan of Young Spray, the rapper, since way back, right? Way back. Mixtape days and shit. Really, really good. Very, very talented rapper. I think it's a shame he doesn't put out much music nowadays, but I understand because he's probably doing very well with podcasting. But something really sad happened recently. Pinky Notes, this guy here on the left hand side, unfortunately decided to leave and no longer be a part of RTM podcast. I think another person as well also left. But essentially what came out of this conversation of Pinky Notes leaving was that Young Spray doesn't pay his co-host. And I was baffled by that, because if you go on the RTM podcast, right, like if you go on the channel right now, and again, not to pocket watch, right, but let's just be completely honest about this shit, right? If you go on the RTM podcast channel right now, and maybe I don't know, maybe he could say this channel was all. Let me go on. Actually, no. Before I continue, let me just do this properly. If you go on the channel and you click on the videos, you'll see videos on here with like I don't know. There's loads of videos on here with like thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views, the full episodes and stuff. So he's making. I'd say, if I had to say a rough guess, I'd say probably Young Spray most likely is clearing easily, right, $5,000 a month on this podcast. $5,000 a month easy. I personally think so. So I don't understand why someone is making $5,000 a month for a show that doesn't only revolve around him. Obviously Young Spray is the main draw, but the show's not only about him, it's about the other cast members on there. And again, remember, these people are co-hosts, right? Pinky Notes, Chronic, these people are co-hosts. I think they also have a girl who they rotate in and out differently, but usually the co-hosts are like these two, right? With Young Spray. So there's 3 people on the show. He can't break them off even £100. You can't break them off a couple bills. Like you can't just cover their fucking Ubers and shit. Like, what do you pay them in? Weed and fucking Magnums? Like, I really don't understand why a lot of these like urban based, and I'm calling it urban because that's the only way to just generally describe them. What is it with like people that look like me who do this type of stuff who don't want to pay their friends? I don't understand this. It's really troubling because, and it's disappointing also because this space is probably one of the only spaces that's allowing like very rough around the edges people who probably couldn't operate in corporate media, who probably couldn't, you know, be successful maybe in other lanes, to get some success doing this sort of stuff, right? It's actually helping people. And instead allowing people to go from like heroes to fucking, you know, from zeros to heroes, for lack of a better term, or to reinvent themselves. Young Spray probably giving them another lease of life and shit, right? Because maybe the music thing wasn't popping as much as it was for this sort of stuff. So you'd think with that ability to kind of, you know, create that kind of wealth for yourself, that you want to share it out a bit. You want to, you know, spread the wealth. And forget even that, just accurately compensate people who are obviously contributing to the success of your show. I'm going to talk about it later as well. The Joe Budden podcast had a really good interview, or like Joe Budden was featured on the New York Times speaking about his podcast and shit. And it was good to know from that interview that Joe Budden does pay his guests pretty well. I think I think they said he has like a $1.5 million salary or something, right? Or payroll, sorry. So on average, everyone kind of gets like $200K each, which is a pretty good deal to do a Joe Budden podcast, right? And I'm sure they get more on extra on top if they do probably the Patreon and all this other stuff. But it's really disappointing to know that someone that's got a podcast like Young Sprays is not willing to pay his friends. And I don't understand the logic behind it or the thinking behind it. I'd love to understand why. I'd love to ask someone like that, like, why don't you pay your friends? I understand, obviously, the initial knee-jerk response would be, you don't pay your friends because you want to keep the money for yourself. But don't you feel bad? Like, don't you feel a little bit bad to have your friends come into your pod? I don't know how much he records, maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, to go and travel to your recording. And you'd imagine if you're on camera too, you have to buy different outfits. If you're on camera, you have to obviously, you know, grooming wise, haircuts and shit. Maybe get a little drink, get a little smoke. It's gonna add up. So these guys are probably spending a decent amount of money every day. I'd imagine probably, especially with London prices, I'd imagine they're probably spending a minimum of £100 every time they leave their house, when you account for outfits, haircuts and shit. And he's not giving them anything. No money whatsoever. Zero. Like, I really don't understand that. It's really, really, really strange why a lot of these urban-based podcasts don't pay people. And I find it even stranger because a lot of these people come from the music industry. So they've been in music, they got scummed in music, they got dealt a bad hand, 360 deals, all that malarkey.
they obviously go over to podcasting and, oh shit, I can do this new thing. I can interview people. I can get a lot more traction this way. And Joe Budden's way, it changes perception of what people thought of him and stuff, and maybe garners you more success than you'd ever see in music, and actually gives you an ability to like make a lot of money, right? Without having to have labels and all this sort of stuff involved and shady contracts and shit. You'd think going into that new field, you'd want to like change stuff. You want to be the agent of change and be like, okay, cool. I got fucked over last time doing this. I'm going to make sure no one has to go through what I went through. But no, they don't. They just perpetuate the same things, you know? That's a really sad thing. They just keep perpetuating the same things. And I don't know why this is. It's really disappointing to hear, but Pinky Notes has left. I'm sure it won't be the last person leaving. And I think, you know, Young Space probably underestimating how much these other co-hosts contribute to the show. Yes, I'm sure the show will continue being successful, and he's obviously mostly the main draw, but I really do think it's important to, I don't know, man, compensate your friends, accurately pay them. Like, I'm a big believer in paying your friends, especially when it comes to like favors and shit, right? Your friend's got a van, your friend's a carpenter, your friend's an electrician. Like, forget all this, I'm going to pay you with a meal, I'm going to pay you with drinks. Your friend's a photographer. No, pay them. Whatever their rate is, pay them. You know what I mean? That's what you should do. If your mate wants to give you mates rates, that's one thing. But this idea of like not paying your friends, not giving them monetary fucking compensation because they're your friend, is a real piss take. It's a real liberty taker. And it's disappointing this is happening, because there's probably other podcasters out there that pay their guests. You know what I mean? I'm sure there is. There's podcasts out there that probably pay guests to come on their show, but this man won't pay his co-host. Like, it's fucking insane. It's not like he's not making no money. If you're just starting up, yeah, fair enough. You know, you're kind of building to get somewhere. But this guy's probably clearing like $5K a month, and you can't pay your guest. You can't give them a couple bags just to kind of, you know, hold them down, just to kind of cover travel expenses at least, so they can go back and forth in Ubers and shit. Don't take the train. I don't know. But anyway, Godspeed to Pinky Notes, and let's hope that it works out for these guys. Let's hope that it works out for these guys. Continuing on with some UK things, CORTEIZ have just dropped a new collaboration capsule. Unexpectedly with Boy Better Know, which is quite cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's really fucking cool. It's for the 20th anniversary of Boy Better Know. You know, the crew that we know to be responsible for the likes of JME, Skepta, Frisco, and them, man. And they put together a little freestyle to kind of commemorate this flipping collection. And we're also going to browse a little bit of the drop that's happening as well, I think at the end of the week, because that's what CORTEIZ do really well. They do a really good job of like announcing a collection and then soon after dropping it. So we're going to get all this stuff dropping, I think, on the 1st of August, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it usually works, but we'll browse in a minute. But this is the Boy Better Know CORTEIZ 20th anniversary freestyle. Let's play it. Let's play it. Let's play it.
Agreed. Boy Better Know, 20 years, yeah? CORTEIZ rules the world. Heart ya man. See me do a Rubik's Cube and you think I'm super smart. Rubeware, it came with instructions, can't you read? Wanna learn something then, plant a seed. Sow them before, then after reap. Don't waste time following after sheep. Shepherd out here, but it's hard to lead when the guys that you're leading are half asleep. Sitting down in my front run, bagging up much till my fingers hurt. Yeah, Rubeware, cause I'm relentless. Muscle memory, trenches, sub-white eating off the benches. Add a new guard, I'ma lead the Avengers. Shred that letter from the mortgage lender. Paid off one time, take pictures so she remember.
Enough man are talking with no facts. Emotions, you better control that. Look at the studio, they got no plaques. The new tunes can't chat to my old tracks. Yeah, we're like the last two standing. What you wanna chat about, tunes or branding? Man are still out there, but they can't tell man nothing. Show me your cars, I bet you're bluffing. When we link.
Yo, when did Jammer become Boy Better Know? I know he's been hanging around them for a while, but is Jammer Boy Better Know really? I know his family, good friends and shit. Is Jammer Boy Better Know? Would you consider Jammer to be Boy Better Know? If I had to attribute him to a crew, I'd say when I think of Jammer, I think of Nasty Crew. Don't know why. Don't ask me why. I think of Nasty Crew. If I had to associate him with a crew, I think of maybe Nasty Crew. But I wouldn't necessarily think he's Boy Better Know. Is he Boy Better Know or is he clout chasing?
up unstoppable. Boy, better know T still culpable. Been around the world already. Passport's been stamped on more times than Lionel Messi. Shorty, short group boy with a short temper like Pesci. We used to go to the dance with a special. Now we go Mayfair for a spaghetti. BBK stepping out like when the Avengers assemble. Big convo.
I'm sorry, but that guy, I forgot his name again. The one, he's so shit. He's so shit. Bless the guy. But he's got what's that record that he absolutely spins? He's terrible mostly, right? That last lyric there, what? But like, there's one tune that he did where he slid all over it. I forgot what song that was. Like, I think that's Shorty, isn't it? I think that's Shorty. I think that's Shorty. I think that's his name. I forgot his name. But I'm pretty sure he's fucking dead. He's fucking dead, in my personal opinion. But he spins on one particular record. Wish I remember the name.
Boy, cutting true essential, we keep the thing presidential. Don't step up, you might get wetter. When I rain on them, torrential. I don't care about your credential. Bullet to anyone, they ain't judgmental. I'm the man on fire from my training day. I had deja vu like Denzel. And the flow stay experimental. They copy and go over mine like a stencil. Won't stop shoot when the thing's on loop. This ain't no instrumental. And the thing's got so much potential. It's funny when they try to get disrespectful.
I'm not your average Joe though. I'll murk your whole team on a solo. I'm massive in the game, you're a midget in the game. I'm like Pizza Hut and you're like Pizza Go-Go. Me wife a hold us.
Now wheel. The levels, the quality levels. You see that quality jump? Do you see that quality jump when Skepta gets on the mic? You see that quality jump? And he started as a DJ. He started as a DJ, bro. See that quality jump, tonality, breath control, bars. Go again, Skepta. Go again. Yes, I'm glazing Skepta. He's the fucking greatest.
When the thing's on loop, this ain't no instrumental. And the thing's got so much potential. It's funny when they try to get disrespectful.
I'm not your average Joe though. I'll murk your whole team on a solo. I'm massive in the game, you're a midget in the game. I'm like Pizza Hut and you're like Pizza Go-Go. Me wife a hold, that's a no-no. Never give no girl my last Rolo. Skepta still getting thoughts of my girl going up and down on the X-Man like a yo-yo. Fuck that.
Fuck off. One time again. We start again. Wheel it back one more time. Shut up, man. Shut up. We start again one more time.
This ain't no instrumental, and the thing's got so much potential. It's funny when they try to get disrespectful.
I'm not your average Joe though. I'll murk your whole team on a solo. I'm massive in the game, you're a midget in the game. I'm like Pizza Hut and you're like Pizza Go-Go. Me wife a hold, that's a no-no. Never give no girl my last Rolo. Skepta still getting thoughts of my girl going up and down on the X-Man like a yo-yo. Fuck that, I'm Skepta. Take a photo, CORTEIZ with an OG photo. Then I'm still in the bit, so when they see me they say Wagwan show. I don't go slow, I just come off a 2-year ban. Do the bait, it's 9-point turn in front of the red light, but I still go.
Who's the $1 billion man? Pop my collar man, you better honor man. I burn up no gigs on the G4 just like Holler man. Girls wanna come round the back and swallow man. If I ain't got swagger in the game, how come so many MCs wanna follow man? How come so many MCs bread them? Track has me, I will drop them, bread them. Run up the beat, you better duck like Ed them. Call me Simon, do what I said them. Copper and lead them, got my babes to bend them. All the books that you've read, I've already read them. All the paths that you've took, I'm the one that led them. You don't like me, do something then. Boy, better know I'm the
Nah, Jammer smacked it. Jammer smashed it. Jammer smashed it. Jammer smashed it. Jammer and Skepta smashed it. Jammer and Skepta smashed it. That was brilliant. Big up CORTEIZ. Big up Boy Better Know. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Let's now browse through a little bit of the collection. Let's see what they've got going on here. So this is the Boy Better Know and CORTEIZ capsule collection. So here you've got a video, you've got a picture of Skepta in that clown makeup. I think that's from like a old school DVD. I forgot what DVD it was. I remember this clip from somewhere. It's a freestyle that he does. So that's a really cool photo tee, I'm not gonna lie. Boy Better Know logo t-shirt, which is fucking brilliant, by the way. If you know, you know. I would love to know how much money Jamie used to make on these t-shirts. He used to, I think if I'm not mistaken, he used to sell like different colors. Like every time they'd sell out super fast. Like Jamie's like hard like physical media and shit and merch and stuff. Like he did a lot, man. Those CDs he did back in the day, the CD packs. Like he used to shift a lot of these fucking tees. So that's really fucking cool. There's also another t-shirt here that says Skepta's greatest hit plaque as well down the front, which I love. There's also a famous t-shirt. I wonder what that's about. I'm not too sure what that's about, the famous one there. It also features the tracksuit. Also features a tracksuit. The tracksuit is hard. The tracksuit is a sweatsuit, which obviously has the flat hems, which I love. I'm a big hater of elasticated hems. I'm a big hater of elasticated hems. I fucking hate elasticated hems. I even hate more when guys wear those denim jeans that have elasticated hems. Brendan Schaub is a fucking good example of those. Like, you look like a fucking toddler. These are so good, man. These are so good. So fucking good. You got a Boy Better Know logo on the side, and then on the bottom you got the CORTEIZ Alcatraz logo, and then you've also got crest that says BBK on it too. That's fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Also comes with some. There's also a pair of shorts. Oh, look at the shorts. That's really cool. There's some nice air vents there. These are nice summery shorts, actually. Decent black shorts with some good vents on the side. Zip. Oh, honestly, he knows what he's doing, man. This CORTEIZ guy knows what he's doing. Zip pockets, honestly. There's not. We need more shorts with zip pockets, especially like usually if like that's a problem when they don't make. When people don't make shorts with zip pockets, you didn't have to carry a pouch. I don't want to carry a pouch. I don't want to carry a messenger bag. I want to just wear the shorts. So if you make me zip pockets, I can put my shit in the pockets. You get me? And not be fucking worried if I might drop it when I'm jumping up and down and shit, or you know, going crazy on some hers. You get me? I can wear this. You know what I mean? Like, this is such a good little addition. Nice little invisible zip there as well. Nice. You got Boy Better Know on one side and the CORTEIZ logo on the other pocket. But I do love the vents here. Love the vents, so you can sweat and perspirate really well here. And they're ready to go for. These are perfect carnival shorts, actually. I might have to check them out. I might have to get some carnival wear from CORTEIZ and BBK. Those are nice carnival shorts. Not gonna lie, those might be some nice carnival shorts there, right? But unfortunately, that material is kind of thin. So if some ting winds up her batty in front of you, people will see, you know, that material. People will see. People will see. People will see what you're working with. So be careful. Wear those at your own risk. What else do we have here? We have, oh, look at this camo suit. I ain't mad at that at all. Wow, nice little bit of. I'd say it's like it's like a semi-washed camo jacket. I love the pockets on the front. You've got a nice little badge there with the Velcro where you can add badges on it, but it's also got the CORTEIZ emblem here. And it also comes with trousers that you can zip. You can detach them and make them into shorts, but they look like cargo pants, which is really nice. Because usually I find those type of trousers that have this type of look usually don't fit well. You know, they're usually kind of horrible fit wise. So I like that they just made regular cargo pants that you can kind of zip and make them into shorts. Those are really fucking nice. Actually, that's really good. Really fucking good. And then there's also I think Clint 419 was he leaked this a while back. I remember him wearing an early sample of this a while back. It kind of reminds me of like a soccer jersey, but it also looks like a warm-up jacket, or like one of those jackets that you'd wear if you want to lose a lot of weight and sweat and shit. It's kind of got a really good look about it. I really like it, I'm not gonna lie. And you got all these badges and logos all over it. Again, kind of maybe similar to like a motocross t-shirt as well. I don't really mind it, and you know, I'm not really the biggest fan of big brands and logos all over shit, but I think it works here. I think it really does work. Actually, you know, I also really like this one. This might be my favorite logo. That star logo here, which is kind of the CORTEIZ EU logo, that looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that one. Oh, there's this really nice set. The sets CORTEIZ make, man. I think I might have to invest and I think I might have to be one of those people that just buys one set from each CORTEIZ drop. Because if you look back in the year, you have some decent sets in your wardrobe, because this is really fucking good. This one is like a black and white set. You got this nice finished type of jacket with some nice vents underneath the sleeves here. You've got the logo here, the CORTEIZ logo, which again I'm starting to warm to. This Alcatraz logo I didn't like in the beginning, but I'm starting to warm to it. You've got it here on, it's something like a rubberized sort of version of it. It kind of reminds of the old school Nike logos, the TN logos, Air Max logos. You've also got the addition of the of the strings here, elasticated hem strings here to kind of tighten up the jacket, which is kind of a staple I feel like with when it comes to CORTEIZ. I think they do really well with that sort of stuff. I love the light work iconography here. I'm assuming that's part of maybe some technology thing that they've done with the materials. And there's also some nice side vents here on the side of the shorts. Two-tone jacket, black and white, with matching black and white shorts. I'm not mad at that in the slightest. Very hard looking. There's also some jerseys, some basketball jerseys if you're that way inclined. I don't really care for that sort of thing. What else we got here? We got some denim jeans. They look like jorts to me. I fucking hate jorts. Jorts only look good. No, jorts are only favorable, or jorts are probably the thing that guys like to wear that got skinny legs. I get it. if you're a dude with skinny legs, jorts work really well because people are not gonna see your skinny legs and they fall a little bit better. But I just think they look very adolescent, you know. They kind of, especially like I don't know. I feel like if I was to wear a pair of jorts, people think I was an undercover cop, you know. I think that's why people think I'm wearing a wire if I wore jorts. So I'm not gonna wear them. Never been into jorts. Ooh, this is decent. There's this RTW Rules the World CORTEIZ polo top that looks like a mix between a polo top and a soccer jersey, with the Italy emblem there in the colors of different teams that could be, you know, Napoli, Bologna, Sampdoria, you know, what's that? Is it Chiesa? What's that other one? But yeah, it kind of looks like some various Serie A teams, which I'm not too mad about as well. And it also kind of has a little bit of a feeling of like polo, Ralph Lauren polo, this particular top, so I'm not mad at that. There's also, oh, look at this sweatshirt. The sweatsuits are really good, man. You can't go wrong with CORTEIZ sweatsuits. And again, I'm not really the fan of elasticated hems, but this is nice too. It's a kind of an ivory, kind of a wash, ivory stone camel type of a color. I also am not too mad at this logo badge here, stitched out on the outside. It kind of gives it like a G-star type of look. And then you've got the CORTEIZ logo here in a college font in an arc there. A nice kind of boxy fit on the sweatshirt. I ain't mad at that. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't mad at that in the slightest. Continuing on here, what's some more bits? Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. Black and white camo set, sweatsuit set. So hard, so fucking hard. Hopefully this comes in other colors. Hopefully they put it in the yellow camo, red camo. This is really fucking good. Oh, look at that. Another really good fucking that again. I might have to pick up some stuff here for festival, bro. I'm not mad at that mesh white shirt there with CORTEIZ on the front. If I'm being picky, I'd maybe want to have this CORTEIZ logo tonal, or maybe make it white so it didn't stand out as much, but I'm not mad at it. Oh, this is really cool too. This jersey here, I'm sure is probably inspired by like Japan national football team, probably from like the World Cup in the 90s or something. It's kind of what it reminds me of, because Japan back in the day used to have some crazy creative, really fun jersey designs. So I'm thinking this is probably, you know, something to do with that. I'm thinking, but it's really good. Not mad at that. Oh, nice little duffel bag as well to fit all your things in there, or when you go traveling. A nice little drum duffel bag, kind of reminds me of the North Face ones that they do. A couple more tops as well. We've got a top here that maybe it's kind of Angolan themed, right? This one here, this red and black one, maybe Angolan colorways there. You've got a nice purple polo top here with one of my favorite logos from CORTEIZ, actually. This like one that says CRTZ, actually. That's a really nice one. Kind of looks like a coat of arms. I'm not mad at that in the slightest. And then there's also the same camo, black and white camo t-shirt from that set we saw previously. Scroll up, some more things from the Boy Better Know collection. You've got what's that thing called again? Is it Fear? No Fear or something? Remember that No Fear brand? I think that's where those eyes come from. So these hats were really popular back in the day in London. Everyone had these hats. So I think it's the flip on that No Fear brand with the eyes on it as well. And then you've got, it's a New Era collaboration with the BBK logo and CORTEIZ logo on the side. These are definitely going to sell out, I think. Oh, look at that. Don't know, it's a bit beggy. It feels a bit beggy to wear a Boy Better Know's tracksuit, but this looks kind of hard. This black and white with the white piping. Fire. Fucking fire. Boy Better Know logo on one side, CORTEIZ on the other, stitched. I'm assuming this piping is probably 3M as well. Oh, look at the cut on that jacket. Interesting cut. Interesting little U cut there at the bottom of that jacket. I love that, and the logo's on the back as well. I don't know, man. It feels a bit beggy though, isn't it? It's like wearing a Boiler Room t-shirt, you know? It's like, do you want people to think? Oh, no. You know what it feels like? It's like, you see people wearing XL Recordings merch, or you see someone wearing the XL Recording varsity jacket that you're meant to only get if you sign for XL Recordings or something. It's like, ugh, that's a bit nasty. You know, I know they make the merch, but I don't think I'd be seen as, even though Boiler Room make really good stuff, I don't think I could ever be seen dead wearing Boiler Room stuff. You know, it's a little bit nasty. But this is really nice. I'm in two minds about it. Is it beggy to wear a Boy Better Know tracksuit, or does it just look hard and you should just get it anyway? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. And there's also a Boy Better Know t-shirt that kind of reminds me, you know, the design is a little bit Von Dutch level. Not too sure. Scroll up. And that's it. Yeah, that's the collection so far. But yeah, really hard stuff. According to CORTEIZ, they've got an online store. It's opening on Sunday 7 p.m. Mainline CORTEIZ pieces and Boy Better Know collab available, worldwide shipping. There's going to be there's going to be an in-store release, so if you're in London, definitely go check them out. CORTEIZ and Boy Better Know will also be available early this Saturday, so you can buy it at the Boy Better Know CORTEIZ store on Brick Lane. So they've got a pop-up, so it's going to be a pop-up store opening this Saturday in Brick Lane. If you're around, go check it out, and you'll be able to buy all the Boy Better Know CORTEIZ stuff in person. That's fucking sick. So big up CORTEIZ and that for that. I'm assuming there'll probably be some sort of like set there as well. I'm assuming with everyone around, someone's probably gonna have a camera. Maybe DJ AG will turn up. I don't know. But if you definitely want to support those guys, go check them out in person and go check out that stuff because it looks really hard. Big up, big up, big up, big up, CORTEIZ. Oh, what can we do? I love this stuff. I love this game. I love this stuff. I love this game. All right, cool. I quickly want to touch upon this, right? These clips have been going viral on social media that feature Pedro Pascal and married co-star Vanessa Kirby on their Fantastic Four press run. And people have been very perturbed by the way Pedro Pascal touches and physically communicates with his female women co-stars. And people have been wondering, like, because the theory or the from what we know, the reason why this happens is because Pedro Pascal has anxiety. And the way that he calms his anxiety is by touching. But it only seems to work if the person that he's touching is a woman and a very attractive one. I haven't seen him do this anxiety fucking gimmick with men for whatever reason, even though he's allegedly, you know, a closeted gay man. But I just find it very interesting that this is something that he runs, and it's interesting that no one's kind of called him out on this bullshit because it's clearly bullshit, isn't it? It's clearly fucking bullshit. Let's play the clip.
These are gorgeous. I think that's my favorite image so far.
Just our hands.
Yeah. As long
That
as
was
you
our
don't have
very
to
first
see,
day
as long
as
as
well.
you don't have to see my face. Terrible confession to make in front of Gordon.
It's because some of the best men in the world, so they don't count.
These are gorgeous.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a soft individual. I'm a very, very soft and easily excitable individual. You rub my neck like that, you interlock your fingers like that with me, I'm gonna get hard. I'm gonna get hard. Don't do those games with me. But I just wonder, like, forget Pedro Pascal. How do you feel as a man if your wife did that? Your wife, who, when they were filming this film, I guess she was pregnant, or she fell pregnant soon after. How would you feel forget Pedro Pascal for one moment, how would you feel as Vanessa Kirby's husband seeing her do this with her co-star? Very attractive, very well known, rich, famous co-star. How would you feel? Because I can somewhat excuse Pedro Pascal for this sort of stuff because it's just, you know, he's maybe a very campy, tactile type of person, right? Because some people like that, right? Some people just are just like, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of physical touch anyway, right? Stay away from me. But other people like that kind of thing. They like to be huggy with their friends, kissy with their friends and shit. So maybe on that side of things, I can understand it. I don't buy the anxiety thing. I don't know if that's actually even true. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if this is even true. I just read it on social media that allegedly he's an anxious person or suffers from anxiety. That's why everyone has to, you know, he needs this type of rubbing and stuff to kind of calm him down. But number one, I haven't seen him do this with a man, and it always seems to be with really pretty women. I don't think it's a sexual thing. I don't think, you know, Pedro Pascal's attracted to his female co-stars because it's pretty clear that he's a gay guy, right? I think most people know this. He just doesn't want to come out because it'll probably fuck over his ability to get some jobs, and he'll be perceived a certain way. And also, it's no one's business if he's gay or not. Do you know what I mean? So just keep it to yourself. There's no need to come out. You know what I mean? You're a grown ass man. No, you shouldn't be fucking telling anybody what you get up to in the bedroom or in your private life. Like, fuck them. So I understand why this is happening, right, on his side of things, right? But I would be a little bit pissed off if I was a husband. But then again, having said that, if you're married to an actor, you kind of have to be okay with this sort of stuff, because these guys are going to be working intimately with each other for a prolonged period of time. You know, I've been on set for a very minor TV series, and I was an extra on there, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. Like, the hanging out with the people was fun, but God almighty, being on set is horrible, bro. You're in that trailer for ages, just for hours, filming, like, you know, for half an hour, sitting around for most of the time, not doing anything. It's a really fucking brutal. But I'd imagine it's also kind of, you know, the bond that you have is really intense because you get to stay with each other for ages. Like, all those guys I was sitting with, like, we shared so many stories just to pass the time. We got to know each other really fucking well. We got really friendly. Of course, after we left, no one spoke to each other again, but still in that moment you become very, you know, very, very close. So if you're dating or married to an actor, you probably have to be okay with them having very intense relationships with their fellow co-stars and being away for long. And sometimes it could involve someone that, you know, of the opposite sex. And you'd imagine if you're getting into acting, most likely you're going to be somebody that's a very confident, outgoing person. You're maybe going to be physically not bad to look at. So you just have to be okay with those type of things and just be chill. But I just think it's when she's pregnant, it's a bit like, because in some of these clips she's not pregnant, and in some she is. Her being heavily pregnant and just like stroking some other guy's face and shit, it's like, I don't know. And I'm a chill guy. I'm open to most things, but I'm like, you stroking this guy's face? Like, I know if you stroke my face, I'm gonna get hard. So if you're stroking his face and I'm not there and he gets hard, what happens? What happens? I don't know. But one guy wasn't having it. One guy wasn't fucking having it. Big up William Dafoe. One guy was not having it. Pedro Pascal tried to run this fucking anxiety thing, and William Dafoe said, hey, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Over the shoulder now.
Here we go.
If you're not watching the video, William Dafoe, I think, gets his Hollywood Walk of Fame star, and all his friends are there, and they stand up, and as they stand up, Pedro Pascal sees William Dafoe's wife laughing at him, and they giggle, they share a little giggle moment, and then Pedro Pascal strokes William Dafoe's wife on the chin, and William Dafoe gives him a very stern look. Gives him a very stern look. Like, he's not playing those games. What are you doing? You know what I mean? He was not feeling that at all. And obviously, as soon as William Dafoe says something, Pedro Pascal camped it up immediately to defend himself. Look, me no English, you know? He immediately camped it up. He immediately went for the I'm gay defense. Bro, we don't care about your sexuality. Keep your hands off my wife. It's not about look, you see? As soon as William Dafoe called him out, he immediately started to fucking do the whole wrist play. As soon as he did that. Me no hetero. Bro, I don't care what you get up to. Just keep your hands off of my wife's face, please. Honestly, Pedro Pascal is a menace, bro. Pedro Pascal is a fucking menace. Honestly, he's an absolute menace. Look at him. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, big up William Dafoe for standing up for his wife. Big up William Dafoe for standing up for his honor and for his wife. Allegedly, Justin Timberlake has Lyme disease. And I want to ask you, dear listeners, dear viewers, what is it with all these celebrities? What is it with all these famous people getting Lyme disease? I don't buy it. I'm not going to lie. I don't buy it. I don't buy this Lyme disease shit. Why does everyone have Lyme disease in Hollywood? Is Lyme disease code for like rehab? Is Lyme disease code for drug addiction or something? Is Lyme disease code for like what is this Lyme disease epidemic that seems to be sweeping Hollywood, sweeping the entertainment industry? Everybody in Hollywood has Lyme disease, and Lyme disease requires them to go away for a while, not be seen for a while, and then they come out all brand new. So I think there's something fishy going on here with this whole Lyme disease things, because I felt like only a few months ago there was allegations of Justin Timberlake being a bit of a cokehead and being a little bit crazy, and you know, arguing with fans and shit, driving on the road a bit crazy, performing and looking really high. Right, there's all these stories about him doing this, and then suddenly he pops up and says, "I got Lyme disease, guys." It's like, do you have Lyme disease, or are you just going to rehab? Let's read the fucking statement he put on his Instagram. Well, as these 2 incredible years come to an end and I look forward to the future, I wanted to write something from the heart. It's not easy to task to try to contextualize the whirlwind of touring, but I will try. This has been the most fun, emotional, gratifying, physically demanding, and at times grueling experience. I've been doing this for 30 years, which feels crazy to say, and I've given all that I have to this. I could not have done it without my family, friends, the TN kids, and all your support. As many of you know, I'm a pretty private person. But as I'm reflecting on the tour and the festival tour, I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on with me. Among other things, I've been battling some health issues and I'm diagnosed with Lyme disease, which I don't say so you feel bad for me, but to shed some light on what I've been up to again behind the scenes. So what, does Coke treat Lyme disease? I didn't know that. Do people use Coke to treat Lyme disease? I didn't know that. If you've experienced this disease or know someone who has it, then you're aware living with this can be relentlessly debilitating both mentally and physically. When I first got the diagnosis, I was shocked for sure, but at least I could understand why I'd be on stage in a massive amount of nerve pain or just feeling crazy fatigue and sicknesses. Things that don't have to do with going out, don't have to do with drinking, don't have to do with partying, don't have to do with sniffing stuff, no? No pills, no? Alright, cool. I was faced with personal decision: stop touring or keep going and figure it out. I decided the joy of the performing brings me far outweighs the fleeting stress of my body was feeling, so I'm glad I kept going. Not only did I prove my mental tenacity to myself, but I now have so many special moments with all you that I will never forget. I was reluctant to talk about this because I was always raised to keep something like this to yourself, but I'm trying to be more transparent about my struggles so that they aren't misinterpreted. So if he has another crash out, you can blame it on Lyme disease. Sharing all of this in the hope that we can all find a way to be more connected. I'd like to do my part in help others in experiencing who experience this disease. To everyone who came to see me on the Forget Tomorrow tour, your energy, love continues to humble me. Your signs, messages, DIY t-shirts have made me laugh and smile so many times, and hearing and watching you all sing these songs word for word at the top of your lungs will forever leave me in awe. You have made my dreams come true. To my crew, band and singers and dancers, tour life really is like nothing else. It takes a special kind of person to be able to do it, much less to do well. To all of you beautiful family away from home, for me, I will always treasure our time together. I can't wait to see what everyone gets up to next. There really is no way for me to put into words the feeling of being on stage and getting to share the experience of live music with all of you. It's a vibrational frequency that is unmatched. Sacred to me. Honestly, I don't know what my first show on stage is, but I've always cherished this run and all of them before. It's been the stuff of legends for me. If you've made it this far in this caption, you deserve a medal. My heart is filled with gratitude. Love each other. Be good to each other. Don't take it for granted. So I'm glad, he got his diagnosis and he's probably, on the brighter side of things because he knows what's going on with him. But I do find it fishy how so many people in Hollywood have Lyme disease. I just find it fishy. That's it. Don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to call into question if he's got it or not. I just find it fishy how people who maybe are struggling with substance abuse, eating disorders, always seem to have Lyme disease. Is it Lyme disease, or are you just taking a break away from things, announcing you got Lyme disease so you can go away and get yourself right? Which is fine, but what happened to just being honest and saying you're going to rehab? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, is it? Or maybe actually, if you're a star at his level, if you're Justin Timberlake and you're that level of a celebrity, that level of a musician, maybe if you do announce that you're going to rehab, you might automatically lose some deals. So you can't say that. So you'd rather just say, no, I'm not in rehab. I'm actually got Lyme disease. Allegedly. Who knows? But big up Justin Timberlake. Big up blood clot Justin Timberlake. So SKIMS introduces a new face wrap product with sculpting fabric that provides jaw support. SKIMS have launched a new wrap fabric that gives you jaw support. And I'm assuming this is to make your face look snatched, right? Because I'm sure there's some women out there who have these, you know, women's insecurities are unbelievable. Like you talk to a woman about insecurities and you'll find out about shit that you never know about, like ears and necks and shoulders and arms. Women, the way women kind of obsess about those type of things is kind of sad, and the way other women exploit women's insecurities is also sadder. But it is what it is. I see this sort of thing, right, and I think to myself, like, I can't believe that there was a conversation a few weeks ago about Kylie Jenner being a girl's girl. Do you remember that? Some TikTok person online, I think she's a girl that does a lot of beauty and cosmetic surgery sort of stuff, a cosmetic surgery influencer. She made a post and she was like, oh my god, I think Kylie has the perfect tits, the best tits. I'd love to know where she got her boobs on. And then Kylie replied in a TikTok video. She replied, she left a comment and said, this is where I got it done, this is what I got done, the cup size, the style, everything. She gave up the codes. And then everybody saw that and was like, oh my god, so happy, because I guess for a long time Kylie Jenner's been, you know, denying what plastic surgery that she's got, which I've also found really odd, because the plastic surgery denial doesn't really work because girls know, innit? I think guys, if you're not really into this sort of stuff, you don't really care. But I think girls who are into beauty, girls who are into hair and shit, girls who are into cosmetic surgery, girls who are into celebrity gossip and drama, they know who's got surgery. They can just tell, right? Because they watch this stuff all the time. So I never understood why girls lie. Like, who are you lying to? Who are you lying for? Because the girls know. You know, I don't understand it. You might as well own up to it, but, you know, it's no one's business. Anyway, as soon as Kylie left that comment, everyone's like, yeah, she's a girl's girl. And I couldn't understand why. Like, to me, a girl's girl doesn't exploit or profit from other women's insecurities and shit. Like, that family, the Kardashians, the Jenners, single-handedly have done more damage, I feel like, to the beauty standards around the world than probably good. I think, if you look at it, probably more damage than good. And this particular gizmo, this gadget that they're using, it just, if anything, this strap looks like, you know, when people do get a facelift and they want to like heal the face and cover the wounds, this is what that looks like. It looks like one of those facelift things after you get the surgery. So if you put this on and it sculpts your face, or you like how your face looks with this strap on, and you take it off and your face goes back to normal, then what? Suddenly you got an insecurity. Suddenly you need to address this insecurity by going under the knife, don't you? So I don't know. It's just interesting to, you know, for all the, maybe a lot of the self-love stuff out there is bullshit, to be honest. Maybe a lot of women are full of shit, and this whole like self-love thing, being anti-cosmetic surgery, wanting to embrace this, talking about beauty standards, all this malarkey. Maybe women are talking out their ass because she's not making this sort of stuff without an audience. She's making this sort of stuff because there's an audience for it, there's a customer base for it, and most people you'd imagine buying this are women. So maybe all the stuff that I hear online is just online chatter. But most women, if they had the, like, let's be honest, like, if most women had the money to afford cosmetic surgery, most women will probably get it, innit? You'd imagine. So this whole conversation around beauty standards and shit and the negative influence of the Kardashians and stuff on that sort of thing, I think is mute, because if everyone could afford what they afforded to be able to look the way they do, I think they probably would do it. But I just find this stuff super bad. Like, what is this? Shapewear for your face. So your body wasn't enough, now your face isn't enough. What next? What next, man? What next? What next? This is neither empowering or encouraging. It's really diabolical. And to make it worse, they've even got one for black girls. To make it worse, they've even got skin tone ones for black girls as well. To make it worse, they've even got ones for black girls. I don't know, man. I just find this stuff super sad. I find anybody that would wear this sort of stuff really, really sad. Maybe you could look at it and say it looks like a girl's version of a shiesty. Maybe that's what it's meant to look like. But I just find it really sad because I'd imagine if you wear this, right, and if you wear this now, if a girl puts this on now and she likes the look of what she likes, her side profile of her jawline, or she likes the way that this thing accentuates their cheekbones, they're gonna want to then keep it in it. They're gonna want to keep it on, or they're gonna want to get the surgery that makes their face look like how this shapewear thing makes your face look, right? I don't know. I don't like it, man. I really don't like it. I really don't fucking like it. But hey, who am I in the grand scheme of things? Absolutely no one. Let's move on. JJJJound does it again. I'm a bit on the fence with Salomons. I'm a bit on the fence with Salomons. I'm a bit on the fence with Salomons. Big up Dr. Umar. I think I hate everyone that wears them. I don't hate the shoes, but especially in London, you know who I'm talking about. You know, those type of guys that walk up and down Columbia Road and Flower Market with bouquets of flowers. Fuck off. Those guys that go to fucking natural wine places and cross their legs when they're drinking wine and eating fucking smash burgers, get fucked. Those guys that have like fucking, I don't know, scribbles and great frog rings and shit and big trousers, like, ugh, annoying. So I think I hate the people that wear Salomons. But I'm starting to like them a bit more. And this particular version, courtesy of JJJJound, I'm not gonna lie, man, I kind of like this. Especially that blue and yellow pair. That blue and yellow pair kind of reminds me of Wolverine. That blue and yellow pair kind of is giving me Wolverine vibes. And the black pair, oof, fantastic. So this is courtesy of JJJJound. JJJJound have done a collaboration with Salomon. It's a second collaboration. The first one was that white and blue one. The second one is a XT6 model, one of the most popular Salomon models out there, the ones with the drawstring sort of like pulley system elastics, lace thing on the front, and they come in both that blue and yellow colorway and the all black colorway. Both are banging in my personal opinion. Like, I wouldn't know which ones to pick. They're both fucking hard. Let's read a bit of the blurb. It says JJJJound brings forward its rendition of the XT6 with two colorways that explore the model's balance and technical performance and understated style. Originally engineered by Salomon's SLB lab, the XT6 has since evolved into a staple of contemporary footwear. The shoe ties in mountain functionality to everyday wear. First introduced in 2013 and built from the XT wings, tooling and silhouette, features a sculptural chassis and aggressive lug pattern. This release presents two distinctive reference points. The first drawing inspiration from a modern enthusiast of heritage style, known pair classic garments with bodily function footwear. A vivid mix of blue, yellow, black offers a tasteful contrast of an outfit. The second is presented in a grey black palette, offering a versatile contemporary option rooted in Salomon's own archive. The vibrant red branding details serve as a visual through line, tying both colorways together while enhancing the identity of each pair. Both styles are equipped with the quick lace system and garnished with co-branded woven tags. They'll be available on JJJJound site Thursday, August 7th, and they'll be available online globally on Friday the 8th of August. Personally, the blue pair has to be the one. The blue pair has to be the one. That blue and yellow pair, that is just frighteningly evil. That is a mean shoe, innit? And again, I'm a hater of Salomons. I hate people who wear Salomons. I want to drop kick him in the face. That the kind of guys that wear like tiny hats with like fucking words on them, like you should date people who read more books, you know, that sort of shit. Like, fuck off, you anger. But I'm kind of warming to these now. I might put my Salomon hate to one side, and I'm kind of warming to them now. But I feel like if I wear a pair of Salomons, I've got to start rolling my own cigarettes, you know? I got to start wearing like, I don't know, I got to start wearing like fucking denim shirts, you know? I got to start crossing my legs, you know what I mean? I got to start carrying little tote bags with like nothing in them. You know, that's what I got to do, but I don't know. Those, they look really fucking hard. I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of like those. Oh, look at the side profile. Honestly, the XT6 side profile is kind of sexy, isn't it? It's kind of hard. I like how it doesn't bend up. It's got this real nice profile. It looks kind of chunky. It's like a perfect London shoe, to be fair. Probably the reason why everyone wears them in London. That's a very, very nice silhouette. Look at that, nice and flat. No banana foot there going on. Look at the Salomon iconography. I think JJJJound's on the other side, but this Wolverine color is the one. That Wolverine color is the one. There's also an angle here that shows you the JJJJound sign. This is kind of sick, isn't it? Look at that. So on the instep, you've got Salomon on one side and you've got JJJJound on the other side. I love that this is becoming a thing now, because back in the day this wasn't a thing, you know. Sometimes a lot of collaborations didn't have a lot of badges, or like, you know, the color would be different, but they didn't really give you a lot of co-branding on them. But I like how nowadays collaborations, they actually add the co-branding. So on these, on the actual laces, there's like JJJJound logo there, or JJJJound text on the heel there. There's a JJJJound text as well, so you can tell, okay, cool, these are special collab. These aren't just some basic shits you can get in size. You know what I mean? And obviously here's the bottom of the shoe as well. You've also got a top down view, which is the most important view. That's because that's how you're gonna see them yourself when you're wearing them every day, and they look hard. Look at that, man. You got the insole with the JJJJound logo here. I love how they place the logo right in the back of the heel, so if you do take the picture of the shoe from the top down, you can have the full logo here inside in view. That's a really nice touch, very, very clever touch that for the merchandising purposes. And of course you've got a nice JJJJound hit here on the laces bit, nice JJJJound hit there, and you've got, I think, JJJJound on the instep. But yeah, these look really fucking hard. They look really fucking hard. Let's check out the black pair. Yeah, these are really good, isn't it? Let's check out the black pair. The black player side profile, oof, really hard too. Mostly all black upper, and all the font is in red. That's basic, and I think kind of grey, isn't it? It looks kind of black and grey. Yeah, it's kind of a greyish too, isn't it? It's a bit greyish as well. From what I can see here, you got kind of a greyish type of a color, like almost like a charcoal. You know, that's a really nice kind of style there. So it's not completely black, but it's like, you know, two types of black. I ain't mad at that. And that red, the red letters really pop off the back of that black font as well. I'm not going to lie, the red really pops off the back of that font. And of course you got that same branding hit on the back there, JJJJound, Salomon written there as well. That's a nice little hit. I ain't mad at that in the slightest. And then you've also got the view here from the top down, which is the most important view. That looks really hard too. So yeah, a nice understated pair they have available in the all black with grey, and then you've got the Wolverine color that's fucking crazy good as well. But really nice shoe, man. Really fucking nice shoe. JJJJound smashed it once again. JJJJound smashed it once again. Check out JJJJound. Check out JJJJound. Talking about smashing it. I'm not mad at these, bro. People are hating them online, but I think everyone's gonna change their tone when they drop and when they see more people wearing them with different outfits, and of course resale value. But this is the Cactus Plant Flea Market Nike Dunks, Swamp Sponge Dunks, and I really like these, man. This is a really creative way to interpret dunks, give it a bit of personality, and I love the mismatch aspects of it. So from what I can garner, I think there might be 3 different quote unquote colorways, but they're all mismatched. So the right foot looks different to the left foot, and I really like that personally, because it kind of reminds me of old code.jp dunks back in the day. There was one particular dunk I remember from that was released in Japan, Dunk Low, that if I'm remembering correctly, it had like, I think it was pink and silver. So it's a pink and silver colorway. The left shoe, so one of them was pink and silver, and the other one was like silver and pink. So they kind of did the inverse on the other shoe, and I really like that. I think that's a really clever design. Not a lot of people do that too often, maybe because those shoes don't really sell too well, but I think this was really fucking cool. And then what they've also added on this particular one is actual sponge to make them like, do you know what I mean? To make them look a bit more chunkier, so you kind of got like a weird SB feel to like regular Dunk Low. It's a really clever design thing. So as you can see here from the uppers, this is like all exposed sponge, like raw, you know, the things that you get usually on the tongue, they've done it all on the panels. It's almost like they kind of, I'm not sure if they constructed it out the sponge or if it's been added on top of a regular dunk, but it looks really cool, man. Honestly, I really fucking like these. And like I said, I think each pair is different. So I think it's 3 different colorways, but the left shoe and the right shoe is different colorways. On this particular one, you got orange and blacks and reds. On the right shoe, you've got this mesh, this wider mesh, blue, purple laces, red swoosh. The only thing, I think, is it anything tying it together? Maybe the only thing tying them together is the swooshes, but the paneling and stuff, colorways are different. They look really good, man. I'm not gonna lie, and they kind of, you know what? Because of the sponges, is it me? But because they've added this sponge material to them, they kind of look a bit like dunk mids, which don't exist anymore. I don't think they sell too well, but they kind of look like dunk mids. I ain't mad at these, man. I'd wear the fuck out of these. I'm not gonna lie. I would wear the fuck out of these. They look really fucking good. Just let's read the blurb. Update of the many rumors to surface. Word of the Cactus Plant Flea Market's Nike Swamp Sponge Dunk, where some be one of the biggest to date. The brand has brought new energy to the swoosh over the years, with some of the most wildest sneakers. The streak is yet to continue. Rumored by Lil Yachty, the free rumored looks are pictured in pile, providing an initial idea. Building atop of the 2019 CPFM Nike Blazer. They think it's going to be $155 when they do eventually drop. So no idea when they're going to drop. I'm assuming sometime in the fall, because all the celebrities are getting the pair now. They're getting seeded, so I'm sure they're going to be dropping sometime soon. And then there's a video actually. Who's this from? I don't know who got these. I think is it maybe Bari? Somebody actually got a pair of them, so I think it might be Bari. Let's quickly check these. This is an unboxing of the pair, courtesy of Modern Notoriety.
Cactus motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're hard, man. They're fucking hard.
Shout out to Cynthia.
They're hard. They are really fucking hard.
Shaq going crazy for on the net.
Wow.
They going crazy for these. And she sent the pair for Mace. These is Mace pair. These size 6. These Mace pair. Shout out to Mace.
Yeah, I ain't mad at them. I really like them, man. I really like them. I'm not gonna. That might be my favorite colorway. This colorway here with like the light blue with the orange. This might be my favorite colorway. They look really hard. They look really unique. And again, credit to Cactus Plant Flea Market, man. Credit to CPFM. I love that when they do their Nike collaborations, they always really push things. They don't go down the safe route, you know. They really challenge the consumer. They do really fun things. You know, shoes that'll put a smile on your face, shoes that'll make you fucking double take and shit. I like that they try things, they risk stuff, because a dunk is a really, you know, dunks are a bit of a boring silhouette in my personal opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of dunk silhouette, but I think they've kind of injected some new life into dunks, you know, made them a little bit more interesting to look at, and to probably wear in general. And I'm also happy that it's a dunk, it's a regular dunk and not an SB, because I think SB dunks are overrated anyway, to be honest, especially the puffy tongue or whatever. Not gonna get into that, but I'm glad that she or that Cactus Panther in general have put some new life back into regular dunks. But these are really good. I ain't mad at them in the slightest. I think that one pair might be the only one that looks more. So I think of they're all mismatched, but I think that olive green one, this like I guess olive green, whatever that is, that's the color that's probably the most similar left to right in terms of the shoes. All the other ones look a little bit more different. Maybe not actually. I'll take that back. Maybe they do. Maybe it's the base color that kind of links them together. This shoe here at the top, it's kind of got this caramel cream color that kind of ties both shoes together. So maybe that's the reason why. Maybe they look that. Maybe actually what they've done is a really clever visual trick, is that they tweaked one or two panels that make them look really different to each other. But if you think about it, they're not that much different. They're actually the same colorway. But if you tweak one or two panels, it kind of makes them look completely different. But I ain't mad at them, man. I ain't mad at them. They look really fucking cool. I ain't mad at either colorway. I'm mad at all the colorways. I'd wear every single pair, to be fair. I think they look really nice. And that's what they do a really good job of. When they release packs in their shoes, like they did with the Air Force One, you want all the colorways, you know? All of them are good. None of these colorways are shit. And I'm hoping, I hope and pray this isn't a friends and family thing. I hope and pray like this is not, because that would be a real piss take. Imagine if they drop these as the friends and family, but then us regular civilians get like regular, you know what I mean? It's not padded, it's not like foam like this. That'd be really fucking annoying. Hopefully they still have this foam upper on the fucking retail ones as well. I'm hoping this is not like a friends and family pack. But big up Cactus Plant Flea Market. Big up Cactus Plant Flea Market. Big up them. Big up them. Also, shout out Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is currently on tour, and Billie Eilish debuted a pair of Jordan 4s that she might be dropping as a collaboration, and they look kind of hard. Not too sure if they're a collab, because they got the old Jumpman logo on the back, and most most Jordan 4s now have the Nike Air on the back. So I'm not too sure if these are official collab or if it's just a custom pair that she got done for herself for the tour. But I ain't mad at them, man. It's basically a black cat base, right? I think they're just Jordan 4 black cats. Because I'm looking at them. I think they're just customs, you know. I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm looking at them. I think they're just customs. I don't think they're a collaboration. But you never know. This could lead to a collaboration. So there's 2 pairs that she wore during her tour. She's got 1 pair, black cap pair that has I guess what do you call that, plaid, a plaid design here on the midsole, which kind of remind me again of the Nardwuar dunks are due to come out as well. And then on the plastic bit of the wings, she's also got the plaid added on there as well. But I definitely think these probably are just black cat 4s that have been, you know, customized by her from someone. She might have gotten done. And it looks like on the mesh as well, there's some plaid as well there, print. And then on the other pair, there's like this grey, there's like a green camo forest thing going on there. So this could be a collaboration, or most like it's a custom job. But I'm hoping going forward that this could actually stir and bring about an actual collaboration, because we don't get enough of, I don't know, I'd love to see what a woman's sensibility would look like on a Jordan 4, you know, especially, and even more so with this new silhouette that we got going on now, because now all Jordan 4s have that Nike SB silhouette. So I'd love to actually see what she can do with a Jordan 4. So big up Billie Eilish, big up Blood Clot, Billie Eilish. Moving on, big up RA. RA got some news here regarding Fabric's Autumn and Winter 2025 program. Want to quickly go through here because it features some DJs that I'm fans of, who I might actually go and see there, even though I fucking hate Fabric and I think it's one of the fucking worst clubs in London. I still end up always going there and checking it out because, you know, they're fucking decent lineups. But that fucking search in Fabric, it'll make you question your life. It'll make you question whether or not you like raving. It'll make you question why you're fucking outside. That fucking search in Fabric is so invasive. It's so excessive. That security protocol, I think there's more security and there's more searches at Fabric than there is at an airport. There's more security, more searches, more thorough searches in Fabric than there is at fucking Stansted Airport, Heathrow Airport, London City Airport. It's a fucking disgrace. But once you get into the club, it's a fucking great place. Once you get in there, it's amazing. But Jesus Christ, man, they make it hard for you to have fun. They make it hard for you to have fun, especially if you've got some adult multivitamins on you. They're going to make it really hard for you to have fun. It's fucking annoying. But I digress. Fabric reveals Autumn Winter 2025 program. London's Fabric has announced its program of events for the Autumn Winter 25 season. Dozens of artists including Jeff Mills, Eclair Fifi, Big Miz, Christian AB, one of my favorite, Ricardo Villalobos, the legend, the king, Ron Trent, Marcel Deepman, Margaret Digas, legend, Peach, Quest, Tamo Suma, Tasha, One Man, big up One Man, will perform at the fabled Farringdon Club. Fabric will also celebrate his 26th birthday on the 17th and 18th and host a 24-hour that's where it's happening. The Innervision takeover is happening on November 1st. Oh, you know I'm there. You know I'm there. Wow. 24-hour Innervision takeover. Fucking hell. That'll be part of his TBA. Jesus Christ. Let's quickly check this announcement out. Let's see what they're doing here. What's this announcement? What's this about? Let's view Instagram. I want to check out this announcement. Let me check out this announcement. Decent. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. That's a full list of people playing. Adele, Alex Bakassian, Anna Wall, Baban Bunu, that guy, he's good. Bobby Champion, Chaos and the CBD, they've got a new album just dropped. That shit is really good. Craig Richards, of course. DVS1's playing a set there. DVS1's going to be playing soon. Dan Shake, I'm a big fan of. Eclair Fifi, I like. Funk Assault, Gabriel Quartang, Groove Armada, legendary. Who else you got here? Jaden Thomas, Jeff Mills, legend, of course. Kyle Hall, Laidlaw, I don't know who that is. Lakuti, Luke Solomon, Marcel Deepman. Who else got here? have not seen before. Orgazon is playing. Ryan Elliott's gonna be there. Red Axis is good. Ricardo Samurai Breaks. Okay, yeah, really good. Really fucking good lineup. Not gonna lie, they're not playing games. And of course, this is the lineup for the. So is this the new aesthetic they're going for? Yeah, this kind of like what do you call it? 90s 2000s electronic effect, right? 26th birthday, Saturday the 18th, Monday the 20th of October. 26 years of EC1. First few names mentioned: Carl Craig, Ricardo Villalobos, Adele, Christian AB, all those people there. And then you've got another list as well that shows more of the lineup on there. But let's go back to the RA thing. You got all the lists of the events happening down there, and I'm assuming they're gonna have. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. That's the event there. Okay, I already subscribed. Oof, £50 to get into Fabric. £50 to go to Fabric. Oh my god, £50 to go to Fabric is fucking insane. Continuum, 20 years of Innervision, 24-hour party. £50 to get into fucking Fabric, and have them search your fucking anus with their fingers and shit. I don't know. Have them, cup your balls just to make sure you haven't got any baggies there. People fucking banging the toilet door, just trying to take a fucking casual adult bump. Serving you fucking beers in plastic cups, warm ones as well. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I'm warm with that. £50. Shit. I don't know. Not too sure. Not sure how I feel about that, brothers and sisters. Not too sure how I feel about that, brothers and sisters. £50 is too much for Fabric, man. I love Fabric. Big fans of what they're doing, but £50 is too much. Me can't do that. But big up them anyway. As you see there, they've launched. They're letting you know while gone. So hopefully, if you want to check it out, you will go and check it out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. That has been the Agostinho Zinga Show, episode number 924. If it's your first time tuning into the show, thank you. I appreciate you. Like the stream if you're watching this via YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member also. Become a member. A link to become a member is down low in the description. Wherever you're listening to this, whether you're listening to it on the podcast side of things, on Spotify, Apple, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll find a become a member link. Make sure to support the channel there. Support the channel also via Patreon. And all of those funds go towards me buying more equipment like I did with this new M4 MacBook Air. Thank you for those of you who supported the show and everything else in between that. Those of you listening via the podcast app, you'll be hearing my song of the day. My song of the day is by none other than Tame Impala, who dropped a new, I guess, housey type of record. It's not my favorite record from them. I've still been playing it because there's an album due to coming out soon, and allegedly people are hypothesizing this may be their most electronic music based album in a long time, dance music influenced. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be coming out soon. So this is the track that he released, Alex, recently. Not fucking Alex, you know what I'm talking about, Team Polo, right? It's called End of Summer. End of Summer. I really recommend you check it out. I really fucking like it. It's really fun. So End of Summer will be playing me out here. If you listen to the audio side of the podcast, if you're watching it via YouTube, unfortunately, no tunes because I'll get copyright striked. But I will be continuing streaming in about 5 minutes on the Random Show channel. So about 5 minutes, I'll be on the Random Show channel. Those of you watching this show live, but everybody else watching the show after the fact, thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Excellent Zinga Show, episode 924. I'm out. Peace.